And I'm back with another cool Star Warsy thing that has come out of my my vault of things that I acquired from a very, very friendly Gamorrean guard whilst haggling for stuff in the Mos Eisley Cantina. What I have here is a 1999. People are going to go, it's 2000. 2000 is when the annual was for. 1999 was when this was released. And it is the official souvenir annual for Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Hardback. Picture of Maul there. This cost $6.99. So I did another video earlier, which was the 1998 annual. So before the prequels. And that was £1 cheaper. So prices have already started to creep up, guys and girls and Wookiees and Mandalorians. This is a similar size page count, I believe. The last one was 64 pages. This is 62 pages. So we're losing 2 pages, but they're charging us an extra £1. How dare they? And I haven't seen this annual yet, so I'm going to take you on a little bit of a tour through the annual to see what is in it. Now, I am a fan of the Phantom Menace. The prequels, I'm not a prequel hater. I'm not a huge fan of Attack of the Clones because it looks too cartoony and too digitally for me. That's my own preference. But I do still have a fondness for the Phantom Menace. I was a little bit too old. No, I'm old. Otherwise, I wouldn't be like doing the Star Wars YouTube. So you're never too old for Star Wars. But what I mean is I didn't really collect too much of the merchandise. He said having a Rise of Skywalker cinema cup behind him and a whole bunch of toys. But I didn't really collect too much of like this back in the 90s. First time I saw Phantom Menace, I went to the US and I watched it in California when it came out. Very excited. I still do like it. So what we have here is a whole bunch of contents, obviously. This does seem to be quite sort of, let me just flip the camera around a little bit so I can get in closer. It has a lot of the chapter headings, tells you what it's all about, and we will find out. And there's even a chapter about pit droids. And so if you want to know more about pit droids, then this is the annual for you. Very glossy, lots of text. They're very pretty, these. The annuals, the second one I've seen. What I like about some of these, though, and a lot of the real hardcore Star Wars fans will know some of these character names. I didn't know Newt's name. I didn't know Rune's name. Obviously, I know Queen Amidala. And so, you know, what effectively is a basic annual aimed at kids. There's nothing wrong with that. Even as an adult, I'm learning stuff. Amazing. Jar Jar. Everybody loves Jar Jar, don't they? Of course they do. So we're getting a whole sort of, kind of like a rundown of the story, to be fair. There's no way they're going to fit the whole story in a single book, though. I mean, maybe they will. Maybe they'll just cut lots out. And if you want to know how to spell Wisa Dai in here, then you can do it. It tells you there. Look at that. Yeah, I've never been on board with the hatred of the Phantom Menace. I do like it. Is it my favourite Star Wars film? No. My favourite Star Wars film is Return of the Jedi. But I do like the Phantom Menace. The whole stuff about Anakin, Maul, keep them two separate, start having a fight. Watto, Sebulba, I know them from obviously the film, but also playing the Star Wars Pod Racer game, which is amazing. So there is a lot. It does seem to be going through the whole story, to be fair, with little pictures and stuff in it. So looking at the 1998 one, I think that was a better Star Wars annual. But to be fair, that covered the 3 movies. This is just covering 1, so, you know, there's that. But graphically, it's very pretty. Here's your pit droids. See, I promised you stuff about pit droids. So if you want a little bit of information about pit droids, then you can have that here. How big is Yoda's head? It's like twice the size of Samuel Jackson's. Wow, that's a big head, Yoda. And then we're back to here, back to the thing. So I think that the 1998 annual, I think, is better. Because this, you would just read once. If you've seen the film, you're like, I don't need to read the film again. I've already watched the film. And I'm very excited about the 2-disc DVD that's coming out as well. Pretty good DVD. Darth Sidious there, so we get all of this sort of stuff. I keep meaning to go back and watch the Phantom Menace. At some point I want to sit down and watch it and do like a commentary. I did a commentary which is on this channel with writer Fraser Cole, and he and I sat down and we watched A New Hope, and I turned that into a video and stuck that on the channel. So at some point I'm going to go back and just watch all the other movies and a whole bunch of content. But we've got here. So all in all, it's an okay annual. There's not really anything you're going to learn from this, because like 80% of it seems to be the sort of story of the movie. I would quite like to have had lots of extra stuff. I mean, in the 1998 one, there was all these little bios of the characters. And I know we've kind of got a little bit of that here, but it had the height, it had the race, it had the eye colour and all that sort of faff. This is pretty much just like an annual adaptation of the movie. But I guess this is aimed at the younger age, so I am not about to go crazy and fully critique whoever put this annual together. I think it's kind of cool. Did cost $6.99 back in the day. Whilst I think the other one, the 1998 one, was worth $5.99, I don't know if I would have paid $6.99 for this. So, but you let me know. Did you own this annual? I keep meaning to say album. Did you own this annual? Do you think it's worth $6.99? I mean, that's $6.99 25 years ago. I don't think it's worth $6.99 now, to be fair. So back in the day, it'd be a no for me, I'm afraid.